Yo, what is good YouTube? Welcome to another video. In today's video, I will show you my Coda settings and talk a little bit about the program. It's been out for a couple of weeks now. Some people already heard of it. I talked about it previously and it's kind of changing the game. Everyone who used to use DS4 Windows should be considering a switch after this drop. I'm not over exaggerating. This is the future for YY macros, everything. This is really good no matter what you plan on doing in game. Let's just jump straight into the settings. So here we are on the main screen. You can connect your controller, join the Discord, see if your controller is connected, mine isn't. Let's start with the stick settings. I use both of my sticks linear. You can change the left stick up if you want to have faster response to your movements, which is actually pretty nice, but I don't use it. Force circular output on both, which actually like makes your stick fully circular. If you have this off, it's not fully circular. Like the corners are a little bit further than the hard sides of the stick, so I can really recommend. For some of y'all who use anti-dead zone, you can have per axis anti-dead zone, which is pretty crazy. I don't use anti-dead zone right now, but if I was using it, I would be using per axis and only use the vertical, not the horizontal. Yeah, pretty nice feature. You can also have an ADS curve, which is honestly a really crazy feature, which means when you hold your ADS button, your stick curve changes. So you can have a more dynamic curve while aiming in, which makes aiming while aiming in a lot easier. I can really recommend. You can have an anti-dead zone for ADS or for not ADS, which is also crazy because when you use anti-dead zone, you don't really want to have it on while aiming here with the transition. But I don't use anti-dead zone, so I don't use this. But if you use anti-dead zone, I can really recommend doing that. And let's move on to triggers. This is a really nice feature. You can have digital triggers. It makes your normal triggers appear like they have trigger stops. You have to press minimally to get the full output, which is a big pro, and I would definitely use that. There's no debate there. You can also have a rapid fire for PS5 controllers. So for the PS5 controllers, the trigger actually have two inputs. When you press it slightly and when you press it fully. I don't use it because I'm not shooting with the real triggers, I'm shooting with the bumpers, so I don't need these, and I don't use anything else here. So I just put these two on linear, digital, my bad, and that's it. Go to remapping. This one I really like, honestly. You can have a shift layer. What that means is when I hold the modifier button, which is the PlayStation button, my full controller layout changes to the shift layer, and there you can bind whatever you want. I bind like my Spotify, next, previous song, next song, mute game, pause Spotify, stuff like that, which is quality of life update. Really nice. DS4 Windows could never. Okay, let's go to macro. This is my current macro MS for all of you who want to copy. You just pick the button you want to have it on. I have it on D-pad left, and you can set it up. Pretty simple. For feel, I don't use adaptive triggers. I don't use rumble, so I can ignore. And touchpad, I don't use either, but you can also set up swipe gestures, which also enables you to switch songs when you swipe on your touchpad, which is also, yeah, it's not for the game specifically, but it's another quality of life update, which is really nice. And to end it off, I mean, these are just some random settings. Yeah, minimize to try, like, you know, just performance stuff, but you can also change the color scheme. I'm using this right now, but there's some really nice ones. For example, Sakura I also really like. This is what it looks like, or this one I also really like. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with it. It's really good in my opinion. Right now they're running a promotion, 15% off with code Coda15. It's only up for 84 hours, so if you want it, be quick. Other than that, I got nothing to say. I got a little ranked gameplay for y'all right now. Make sure to enjoy, and write down in the comments what you think of Coda, if you bought it, if you haven't, if you consider buying it, or whatever. With that being said, enjoy the rest of the video. Peace.